at World Faith are really focused on how can we end religious violence. And this led us onto a journey of discovery over the past few years, and that's what I want to share with you. So first, let's get started towards the beginning. That would be... Oh, there we go. So I grew up in the Pacific Northwest, in land that was originally of the Chinook Nation, the Katahdin, but by the time my family moved there, it was known as Battleground, Washington. And it was a very homogenous town. We grew up in the mountains outside of there, and I remember seeing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles when I was 8 years old, and saying, I'm going to move to New York. When I was in middle school, my sister had the Book of Colleges. For those of you who are my age or older, you remember before the internet, you had actually got a book with all the colleges. You had to look up your... Yeah, why are you applauding that? We're just old. Okay. So I looked up New York. I found New York University. I'm like, I'm going there. Never mind, my parents moved at ages 15 and 16. They had never gone to college. For me, I knew what I was going to do. And when I was 18, I moved to New York to study music business. And when I got there, I was inspired by and challenged by all the diversity and difference of people. I immediately dove into the music industry, but I'll tell you, I realized music, still even to this day for me, is my passion, but it wasn't my calling. And some of the discomfort I felt when engaging in difference led me on a journey where I went out to Egypt to conduct independent research on Christian-Muslim relations. And when I was there, I was inspired to get involved in interfaith work. But I was particularly struck, why is it young people who seem to be engaging in violence, and why is it so easy for this violence to happen? Why does it only take somebody to throw a rock through the window of a church or a mosque for 6 to be dead by morning? So when I came back to New York, and I decided I wanted to dive into this work, I found that there was plenty of work happening in spaces in terms of getting religious leaders together for dialogue, which is something I think the world needs. But there wasn't a lot focused on how do we engage young people in communities of conflict to get to know one another, to build the bridges that we need. And so it's out of that frustration that I founded World Faith. Our mission is to end religious-based violence, and our theory of change is really focused on 2 pieces. One, contact theory, that if you build a relationship with somebody different than you, then you will probabilistically improve how you see their whole community. Secondarily, when young people have when young people have purpose, direction, and opportunity, they are much less likely to engage in violence. And these 2 truths work together and created our model. That is World Faith Chapters. We have chapters across 8 countries in which young people are working in development projects. So we started on campus at NYU. We got our first grant through the Walmart Foundation, through the Clinton Nobel Initiative University. I got connected to other interfaith activists through the Interfaith Youth Corps. Thank you, EBU, for all of the support over these years. And as we started moving into different communities, we found that there were lots of young people all around the world who wanted to work together to try to reduce violence. But the way that we were able to do that was actually focusing on the development projects themselves. We took on early child education in India, women's empowerment in Pakistan, public health initiatives across sub-Saharan Africa, including in Malawi. And then we even saw leaders go out of this doing amazing work, including in Poso, where Liam Gogali leads a network of women's programs called Mosin Tubu, now working in 30 villages. Being part of this network was a really inspiring piece because I realized it was so much bigger than anything we had done in New York. This was a movement of people who were working together, and I just got to be a part of it with them. To date, World Faith has engaged over 6,000 volunteers and 300,000 hours of service, impacting the lives of roughly 500,000 people around the world.